Welcome back to our stress relief yoga. We're glad that you were able to tune in today, and hopefully you were able to catch Sally for the Fit 50 this morning at 9. So after class, definitely check the schedule to make sure that there are some other options. There's a ton of options. I think they're adding some new things this week. So make sure that you check in and find as many opportunities as you can to stay active and motivated during this crazy time. So it looks like May 24th might be the new date, but obviously things are changing daily, so we shall see. But we'll be here doing classes live as long as we need to, so that you can stay connected and keep those routines going. So we'll get started. I'm just going to go through a few things that you might need as far as props. So the knee pads, we have those in our classroom, but if you have anything at home, there will be a few opportunities where we're going to be on our knees. So if you want to grab the knee pads, I have been mentioning that you can always hold that mat and add that extra cushion underneath the knees. The next thing is our strap. Sometimes we use a strap. We have this type of strap in our yoga room. You can also grab just a scarf at home. And I have been using this one as a little shout out to Children's Cancer Research. A fundraising scarf, so I like to use this one. So something about the length of your leg. And then if you have a yoga block, you can grab that. We might do that today as well. If you don't have a yoga block, you can always use a book or even something from the pantry. The block just gives us a little extra extension. Sometimes with a few of the poses, that can be helpful. And then finally, if you have a candle, a diffuser, I brought in some seashells, some little stones, rocks from the beach. Just this time of year, I know a lot of people were maybe planning vacations or had summer plans, weddings, just family gatherings. And so a lot of those things are up in the air or put on hold. So just bringing a little bit of that into the room. Just trying to make the best of the situation, which I hope that you're all able to find a way each day to do that at home as well. And then finally, our mat. So if you don't have a yoga mat, I'm using two just for demonstration purposes, but you only need one. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can always grab a beach towel, even a rug that might work. So we'll get started. So we're going to start on the back. We always do that for this class. A lot of the regular folks that come to my class are coming from other activities in the gym, or they might be volunteering or babysitting or running errands. So we try to take the first few moments of class just to transition from all that going on outside of the room to just being focused and present in this moment for the next 60 minutes. So we're going to start on the back, and you can go ahead and come down onto your back now if you have all your props ready. I also mentioned if it's not comfortable, you can fully recline on the back and always bend those knees and just press the feet into the floor. So I'll let you take a moment to get down on your back, get comfortable. And then once you're down on your back, we're going to start with the jaw, opening that mouth a couple times, just noticing if you're holding any tightness or tension in the jaw. That's often one place where we hold a lot of stress and we don't think about it. So maybe opening the mouth a few times. And then finally, working our way down to that chest, that shoulder area. So rolling the shoulders down and away from the ears, opening up through that chest. And then finally, that lower half of the body. Again, you could be fully reclined on a mat, or if it's more comfortable to have those knees bent, that lower back pressing into the mat. And then if you would like, you can always close your eyes here. I do have a little background music, or you could add your own playlist in. Just beginning to seal off the lips. And Notice that breath moving in and out through the nose. Allowing that gentle sound of the music, the sound of your own breath. Any scent that you may have brought into the room, if you've got a candle going, just allow all those things to take off that heavy layer, like you're removing that winter coat, shedding that heaviness, just letting a little bit go with each exhale. And then finally, we're going to move one hand onto the chest, one hand onto the stomach. Just beginning to notice that breath moving in and out through the body, that breath which allowed all of us to be here today to take this class. Just noticing that gentle breath as it moves through the body. Again, each exhale, just feeling like you're releasing, letting go a little bit more of that tension or tightness you might hold in the body. And then finally, moving into that extended exhale. So when we're busy throughout our day, we might not be taking those full breaths, might be running around in a hurry. Taking the next few rounds of breath to really focus on the complete inhale, the complete exhale. And the exhale is where that fresh oxygenated air gets pushed out to all the cells. Thinking about that process of that breath that happens naturally during the day. Just taking a few moments here, the next few breaths, to really take in that inhale and release that exhale. And then we're going to come back to that natural breath again, what the body does on its own, no effort, no counting. Let's take another couple rounds of breath, just really transitioning, making sure that you're in that present moment right now, just in this room, letting everything else go on that list, thoughts, worries, just trying to let that stuff be put off to the side, at least for the next hour, just giving your body this chance to tune in. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to come down, or I'm going to come down onto the mat with you. We're going to bring those knees up into the chest. So we're going to hug one knee in, the other knee in. You can wrap opposite hands to opposite elbow. Or you can always take those hands and simply place them below the knees, hugging them into the chest. That neck is neutral, that chin is tucked towards the chest. We're going to do 3 rounds of breath here. So when I mention around the breath, I'm talking about the full inhale and the complete exhale, counting as 1. We'll get started. 1 full inhale, complete exhale, full inhale, complete exhale. Last one, full inhale. Complete exhale. And then from here, we're going to take those hands, palm side down on top of your knees. We're going to do those little circles on that lower back. Clockwise and counterclockwise. Again, you may be doing more sitting right now because of what's going on. And that might be showing up in that lower back area. I mentioned this, it's almost like kneading dough. It's taking a few moments here just to give that lower back that nice little release, those little circles. And we're going to move into those hip openers. So along with the jaw, we often hold a lot of stress in those hips. So we're going to start by taking that right foot and pressing it down onto our mat. We're going to pick up that left leg, crossing that left ankle over that right knee. That right hand is going to gently press into that right hip. That left hand pressing that left knee away from the body. So opening up that little space in that left hip area. Again, just a tiny movement here. A little release. And then from here, we're going to gently take that left knee, bringing it to the outside of the rib cage first, and then gently pulling it up towards that left shoulder. We'll wrap those fingers together, holding that left knee in place. 3 rounds of breath here. And from there, we're going to slide that knee in front of the chest now. Looping those fingers together, pulling that left knee up and into the chest. 3 rounds of breath here. Dropping that left knee down onto the mat, we're going to pick up that right leg this time. Crossing that right leg over that left knee, that left hand gently pressing into that left hip. That right hand gently pressing that right knee away from the body. So gently opening up the space in that right hip area, a little release on that right side. From here, taking that right knee to the outside of the rib cage, and then gently pulling it up towards that right shoulder, holding here, 3 rounds of breath. And then bringing that knee in front of the chest, looping those fingers together, hugging that knee into the chest, pointing those toes towards the window, holding here, 3 rounds of breath. And then bringing that left knee up to meet the right again, that gentle squeeze, hugging both knees in, taking that full inhale, that complete exhale. We're going to take those hands around the back of the legs, that little rock and roll motion up and down the spine. So taking as many of these as feel comfortable to you or that you need, and then we're going to end up in our seated posture at the top of the mat. So just a few things I'm going to cue here for that seated posture. It's not comfortable to have those legs crisscross applesauce, obviously extending them out. One thing I want to mention though is that you're not collapsing on that tailbone and rounded this way, that you're finding that lift. So maybe rocking back and forth a few times, sits bones, sitting bones. And then from here, thinking about the navel, and you're pulling up that line with the crown of the head. So you've got that nice open airway. We're lifting up today through the crown of the head. We're going to roll those shoulders down and away from the ears, opening up through that chest. And then finally, that little tuck in the chin. So taking that extra pressure, that extra weight off the shoulders and neck by tucking that chin back slightly. Got that nice movement airway. And I will mention, if you are driving or know anyone that's doing a lot of driving, we had one gentleman that came to our class regularly, one schedule permitted. He did drive for FedEx, and so we did those little checks while he was driving. It really helped. So just something you can take out of class to help in your daily routine. So again, we've got that nice seated posture, those hands down on the knees. We're going to do 3 rounds of breath here, first time in that seated posture. And then after that third rapid breath, we're going to bring that chin down towards our chest. We're going to roll that right ear over to that right shoulder. We're going to gently come back through center, taking that left ear over to that left shoulder. So just a little circle motion side to side. Again, releasing that neck. Maybe you've been sitting at a desk this morning, or even just looking down at our phone, driving. A lot of things can keep up that neck. So just taking a few moments here, just to get those little circles in. And then we're going to come back to that seated posture, checking in with that alignment, pulling up through the crown of the head, working our way down to that shoulder area now. So we're going to come up on that inhale, on that exhale, we're going to roll the shoulders forward. So I like to mention those little nooks and crannies, just thinking about giving that shoulder that full roll forward, coming up on that inhale, that exhale roll forward. And then we're going to reverse that direction. We're going to come up on that inhale, on that exhale. We're going to open up through the chest. We want to picture those shoulder blades sliding together and then down the back. So again, that counter movement. We tend to be like this more so during the day. Taking that opportunity to roll those shoulders down and away from the ears, bring those shoulder blades down the back, opening up through that chest. And then taking those shoulders down and away from the ears, those fingertips going off to the sides of the mat. We're going to do 4 rounds of breath here. This time we're going to let that exhale out through the mouth. So taking that nice inhale, bringing those shoulders up, exhale. I'm going to be able to hear you all the way from home. Nice big inhale, shoulders come up. Exhale, release. 2 more, big inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release. And then we're going to do a seated twist from here. So always tuning into your own body. If you've got any lower back issues or any disc issues, only taking this twist to that point where it's comfortable for your back, for your body. So from here, we're going to take that right hand onto that left knee. I'm going to take that left arm back behind me. It's going to become that kickstand. We want to have that nice lifted torso. I'm going to take my gaze out past that left shoulder. Again, on your screen at home, it might be the reverse. So if I say left, it might be the right side on your screen at home. So just make sure you do both sides. We're going to gently come back through center, taking a recovery breath here. Inhale. Complete exhale. It's time to take that left hand onto that right knee. We're going to roll that chest open. That right arm becomes that kickstand back behind you. Still lifting up through the crown of the head. That gaze out past that right shoulder. And then gently coming back through center, taking that full inhale. Complete exhale. From here, I'm going to take those arms off to the side. Nice big inhale. We're going to reach up overhead. Exhale, that breath coming down into that chest. Big inhale out. Exhale, arms coming off to the sides. More just like that. Nice big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, breath in. Big inhale out. Exhale, arms down to the side. Our last one. Nice inhale, reaching up. Exhale, that breath coming down into the chest. And then sending that breath back out. Exhale, arms off to the side. So we're going to take those hands together today, locking those fingers. We're going to turn those palms out away from us, extending those arms out in front. So nice stretch here. And then we're going to turn those hands over, those palms facing us. Nice stretch here. So we're avoiding any little massage of the face right now. Just what's going on outside of this room. So just keeping everything off of our little islands. We're not going to do those today. So from here, we're going to do a few little circles for the wrist before we set up for our cat-cow flow. And then we'll come on to our hands and knees for the cat-cow flow. And I usually cue this for my regular folks, but if you are just tuning in today, cat-cow flow is a nice posture that you can start with. First thing in the morning when you get up, just to work up and down the back. This is a place where if you have knee pads or you want to use the knee pads, go ahead and grab those. So we're going to come into a tabletop with our knees about hip distance apart. We're going to press into the mat with our hands, making sure you're not collapsing on that wrist, but you're slightly back on that part of the heel bed. You can cup those hands, pressing into those fingertips. Again, making sure you're not locking out the wrist or the elbow. Got a little give in both of those places. And then from here, we're going to start that cat-cow flow. So we're going to drop that belly, taking that gaze forward on the inhale, making sure we don't overextend the neck. And then on that exhale, we're going to round through that back, that nice arch, that cat back. Again, dropping that belly, inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding. So again, what makes yoga different than some of the other things you might do here at the fitness center or other workout is just coordinating that breath with the movement. So thinking about that as you work through these postures. Exhaling round through that back, dropping that belly, inhale as we open through that chest. Let's do a few more here. Thinking about working up and down the spine, from the base of the skull, all the way to the tailbone. And then we're going to come back into our tabletop. We're going to start on that right side. We're going to sweep that right arm up on an inhale, like reaching up to the ceiling. On that exhale, we're going to thread that right arm underneath the left, bringing that right ear closer to the mirror. Gently coming back through center, we'll press that right hand into the mat on the left side. So on that inhale, sweeping that left arm up, reaching up to the ceiling. On that exhale, threading that arm underneath that left ear, coming down to the mat. Gently coming back through center, back into that tabletop. We're going to go right into our subvert. So again, checking in with the wrists, the elbows, adjusting those knee pads if you need to. And then on that next inhale, we're going to take that left leg back behind us. We're going to point those toes down to the ground, slightly move forward. So again, we want to make sure that leg's not up here. Those hips are leveled off. You can stay here, or if you're feeling steady in that lower half of the body, you can reach through with that right arm that comes towards the ceiling, balancing here. Imagining that midline, that weight is equally dispersed on both sides of the body. You're tuned into that gentle breath in and out through the nose. And then we're going to gently bring that hand and knee back to the mat, taking that recovery breath in between. We'll go to the right side. So on that next inhale, that right leg goes back. You can stay here today, where you're going to reach through with that left arm, balancing here. Bringing that hand and knee back to the mat, taking that recovery breath here. We'll go to that left side again. On your inhale, that left leg goes back, goes pointing down to the ground, those hips stay level, and then maybe reaching through with that opposite arm, that thumb reaching up towards the ceiling. That balance, that gentle breath, that hand and knee coming back to the mat. Again, taking that recovery breath here. We'll go to the right side again. That right leg goes back. That left arm maybe goes out. And then gently bringing that hand and that knee back to the mat, taking that recovery breath here. On this next set, we're going to work on that core strength. If the movement is not comfortable for you, you could just do a regular sunburn like we did on the last two. Otherwise, on that next inhale, we'll take that left leg back. We're going to reach out with that right arm. We're going to take a full inhale here. On that exhale, we're going to bring that elbow and knee together. Inhale, opening. Exhale, elbow, knee together. Inhale, opening. Last time. Exhale, elbow, knee together. Inhale, opening. Bring that hand and knee back to the mat. Taking that recovery breath on this side. We're going to go to that right side. So on the next inhale, that right leg goes back. That left arm goes out. Same thing. We'll take that inhale here. Exhale, pulling that elbow and knee together. Inhale, opening. Exhale, pulling that elbow and knee together. Inhale, opening. Last one. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhale, opening. That hand and knee comes back to the mat. Taking that recovery breath here. We're going to slide into child's pose. So separating those knees, those hips, shifting all the way back to the heels. We're going to reach those arms way out in front, bringing that forehead closer to the mat. So child's pose is a recovery, a resting posture. If that's not comfortable for you, you can always bring those knees back together and grab that block, resting that forehead here or here. If you don't have a block, you can always stack one fist on top of the other and rest that forehead on the stack. So finding that child's pose that's comfortable for you, coming back to that gentle breath in and out through the nose. And here we're going to walk those hands over to that left side. We're going to get that stretch through that right side body. Gently bringing those hands back through center. We'll walk them over to that right side, getting that stretch through that left side body. And then coming back through center, those hips shifting back to the heels, those arms reaching out in front, stretching through that side body, through those arms, just taking a few recovery breaths here before we start our plank and then our standing work. So from here, we're going to come back into that tabletop and we're going to start on our plank. So if your wrists feel like they've had enough already, you can always do a little forearm lift here by pressing those forearms and palms into your mat, tucking those toes and just lifting up here. That's option one. The second option is that floating tabletop. So coming back into the tabletop, tucking those toes, lifting up here. Third option is our full plank. So we're going to move those hands wider on the mat. We're going to take those toes to the back of the mat. We're going to drop that tailbone down and line with the crown of the head. We're going to hollow out through the armpits, opening up through that chest, pressing those fingers into that mat, coming back to that gentle breath, just like we did at the beginning of the class when we were gently resting on our back. And then carefully coming down to knees, sliding back into your version of child's pose. You're going to take that little pause in between each one. And then coming back into tabletop, we'll set up for that second leg. So picking your version, forearm floating or full plank. Taking a moment to get that body in that right spot. So again, full plank, take those toes all the way back, making sure you're dropping that tailbone down so you've got that diagonal from the crown of the head to the tailbone. You're opening through those, through the chest, you're following out through those armpits. And then again, focusing on that gentle breath. The entire body is working here, but that mind is finding that stillness. And then gently bringing those knees back to the mat. Sliding back in to our child's pose again. That pause, that rest in between. Our last one. If you haven't taken full plank and you want to try it on this one, go right ahead. Obviously, always listen to your own body. When you're pushing yourself, we're going as far as is comfortable. So we're going to come into our last one, picking your version of plank. And we're going to try to stay here. That moment you feel like you need to come down, try to take one more round of breath. Finally, whenever you're ready, sliding back into that last child's pose, taking a moment here, come back to that calm breath before we start our standing work. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly work our way up to our standing mountain pose. So we have been down on the mat for a little while, so taking your time to come back up. So for mountain pose, we're going to have those feet about hip distance apart. So a good way to check that is just turning that heel into that inner arch and then back out. You want to pick up those toes, spreading them out, and then securing them back on the mat, forming that strong foundation here. From here, finding that navel again, just like we did when we were in that seated posture, lifting up through the crown of the head. We're going to roll that chest open, the shoulders down, away from the ears, and then that little tuck of the chin again. So 3 rounds of breath in that standing mountain pose, just feeling that strength, that body, those legs grounding into your mat, lifting up through the crown of the head. So 3 rounds of breath here at your own pace, that full inhale, complete exhale. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to take that nice big inhale, reaching those arms up overhead on that exhale, pulling that breath into the chest. Big inhale out, exhale arms off to the side. We'll do 2 more just like that. Big inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, that breath pulling it down into that chest. Big inhale out. Exhale, arms releasing off to the side. Last one. Nice big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, breath in. Big inhale out. Exhale, arms down to the side. We're going to come into that seated twist inward chair pose. So again, watching that back, only taking the movement as far as feels comfortable. You can keep those feet in your mountain pose. On that next inhale, those arms come up overhead. On that exhale, we're going to sink back into that chair. Those hips shifting back into the chair. Weight in the heels. I'm going to pull those thumbs into that sternum. So from here, we'll shift that left arm towards that right knee. That gaze can be down at the floor, or you can take it out past that right shoulder. If you want to take it even a little deeper today, you could always hook that left knee, that left elbow on that right knee, and even open up those arms. Otherwise, just bringing that left knee, left elbow to that right knee and moving out past that right shoulder. And then we're going to gently come back to center. On that inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, releasing off to the side. We'll take it to the left side. Again, it might look different on your screen at home. We're just making sure you do both sides on all postures. So big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sinking into that chair. Those thumbs coming into that sternum. That weight is in the heels. We're shifting back into that seat. From here, we're going to take that opposite elbow, that right elbow towards that left knee. That gaze can be down at the floor or out past that left shoulder. Again, if you want to go deeper, you can always hook that elbow onto that knee and even opening up those arms. That's just another option. Otherwise, we'll stay right here today. And then we're going to gently come back to center. Big inhale up. Exhale, arms off to the side, coming into our forward fold down. Have a couple options here as well. So big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, breath in. Big inhale out. Exhale, swan dive forward. I'm going to turn sideways on the mat just so you can see. I want you to think about the crown of the head falling towards the mat. This is also another opportunity where you can use that block. It's more comfortable to rest those hands on that block. That little micro bend in the back of the legs. The second option here, opposite hands to opposite elbow. Really letting that upper body just hang heavy. The third option, taking those arms around the back of the legs, taking that bind, bring that chest in closer to those quads. That's our third option. We're going to release that bind or ragdoll. If we took that, we're going to go right into downward facing dog. We're going to gently walk those hands forward on our mat. We're going to walk the feet to the back of the mat. So again, everyone's going to look a little different in downward dog. Some people have tighter calf muscles. So the feeling that you want is those heels pushing to the back of the mat, those fingertips pressing forward, that tailbone lifting up towards the ceiling so that body's in that inverted V. You're getting a stretch through the back of the leg, through that side body, through the arms. That head, neck, and shoulders hanging happy here. We're going to gently walk those feet forward, coming back into that forward fold. From here, we're going to carefully swan dive up on an inhale. And then exhale, pulling that breath into the chest. Big inhale out, and then exhale, arms down to the side. So we're going to add in eagle arms today, and then we'll do tree pose, and then we'll do a little seated work. So for eagle arms, you can have those feet in your mountain pose. We're not going to do the legs today, we're just going to do arms. So taking those arms off to the side. On that inhale, we're going to reach those arms up overhead, wrapping that left arm over the right, bringing those forearms together, and maybe having those palms touch. From here, we're going to lift up through those arms. So we're feeling that nice release, that butterfly motion through that upper back. Taking that steady breath in and out through the nose, those feet grounded into the mat, that upper body lifting up towards the ceiling. Big inhale, reaching up, exhale, arms back to the side, taking that recovery breath here. We'll take it to the opposite side. So again, nice big inhale, reaching up. This time that right arm crosses the left, maybe wrapping those forearms together and those palms touch. We're gonna lift up through the elbows. Same thing, opening up through that upper back. So lifting up here, those feet grounding down into the mat, that upper body lifting, focusing on that gentle breath. And then big inhale, release, exhale, arms down to the side, taking it into one more forward fold here. Big inhale coming all the way up. Exhale, breath in. Big inhale out. Exhale, swan dive forward, come into that forward fold. Again, you can take ragdoll, you can take that line. And then we're going to gently walk those feet forward, coming down onto that seat. We're going to extend those legs out in front for our staff pose and some seated twists. So for staff pose, again, just like when we were in our seated posture, we want to be up on the sitting pose. Maybe rocking back and forth a few times, those legs extended, always keeping that little micro bend in the knees. Flexing those feet up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable. From here, we'll take those arms off to the side. On an inhale, we're going to reach up overhead. On that exhale, extending out over those legs, and then gently folding forward. So I like to take it in those three parts, so not forcing our body to go where it's not ready to. Once you're in that fold, each time you exhale, picturing that distance between the forehead and the knees, slowly getting smaller, letting that body gently come into that deeper fold. From here, we're going to carefully extend those arms out using that core strength. We're going to come up on that inhale. Exhale those arms off to the side, two more just like that. Big inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, extending out and over the legs first, and then gently folding forward. Again, each exhale, that body gently comes deeper into that fold. From here, extending those arms out, coming up on that inhale. Exhale, hands off to the side. Last one. Nice big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, extending out over those legs. And then coming into that forward fold, we're going to hold it. 2 rounds of breath. And then extending those arms, coming up on that inhale. On that exhale, arms off to the side. I'm going to keep that right leg extended on the mat. I'm going to bring that left foot into the inside of that right leg. We're going to do that same fold on either side. So we'll start with that right leg. Again, it might look different on your screen at home. That right leg is extended. We're bringing that left foot into that inner thigh. We're going to slightly turn that torso towards that leg, arms coming off to the side. On that inhale, we'll reach up. On that exhale, extending out over that leg. Same thing, gently folding forward, bringing that forehead closer to that knee. So feeling that stretch maybe a little deeper in that left side now. From here, extending those arms out, coming back up on that inhale. On that exhale, hands off to the side. We're going to switch sides. So that left leg comes out. We're going to bring that right foot in to that inner thigh. So same thing. Bringing that torso towards that left leg, arms off to the side. On that inhale, reaching up. On that exhale, extending out over that left leg. Gently folding forward. Again, that knee and elbow coming closer together. This is also a place where you could use that strap. You can move that strap around the foot to add that extension. So always using those props to work with the postures. And then we'll inhale, extending those arms out, coming back up. Exhale, arms off to the side. We're going to come into that seated twist, so we'll leave that left leg extended out in front. We're going to take that right leg over the left. Again, making sure that we're up on those sitting bones. We're going to hug that right knee into the chest. As we hug that knee in, we're opening up through that chest, shoulder blades down, away from the ears. We've got that nice lift here. Just hugging that knee into the chest. You might stay right here today, or you can add that twist, taking that left arm around that right knee. We're going to reach that right arm up to the ceiling, and we're going to take that right arm back behind us. That right arm is that kickstand. We're taking that gaze out past that right shoulder. Again, if you've got any disc or lower back issues, just holding that knee in, maybe not taking the twist. Listen to your body here. We'll come back through center. We're going to hug that knee into the chest just for a moment, and then we're going to take that little counter twist to the opposite side. And then we'll switch legs. So extending that right leg out. We're going to bring that left knee over the right, again, up on the sitting bones. We'll hug that knee into the chest, opening up here, shoulders down away from the ears, sitting up nice and tall, focusing on that breath again. From here, if you choose, you can take that right arm around that left knee. We'll reach that left arm up to the ceiling, and then that left arm comes behind the back, that gaze out past that left shoulder, sitting up nice and tall here. Carefully coming back through center, we'll hug that knee into the chest, and then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together for that butterfly. Our last seating posture, seated posture before we come down onto the back. So bringing the soles of the feet together, we're going to open up through those hips again, taking those hands on those shins. We want to make sure we're lifting up so we've got that nice open airway. That chest opens up again, shoulders down and away from the ears, almost a little tiny back bend here. 3 rounds of breath, full inhale, complete exhale. And then we'll walk those fingertips forward, just again, coming to your edge, so walking those hands out in front. Once you're at your edge, and we're going to bring that forehead closer to those feet, opening up through those hips. From here, walking those hands back to those knees, bringing those knees together. We're going to come down onto our back for bridge pose, and then we'll be almost finished. We'll be ready for our body scan and final relaxation. So for bridge pose, we're going to come all the way down onto our back. If it's comfortable and you want to bring those knees a little closer to the glutes, you can. Finding the big toe on both feet, we want to press into that big toe, and then we're going to press those forearms into the mat. The knees, thinking about railroad ties, those knees are parallel, so they're not splitting too far out or in. From here, that chin stays tucked to the chest, that neck remains neutral, so avoiding going side to side. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to lift those pelvic bones up towards the ceiling. Keeping that chin tucked, we're going to engage those glutes. We're going to hold here for a few rounds of breath. The inner and outer thighs activated, those glutes are activated. And then taking that inhale, on that exhale, we're going to carefully lower down one vertebra at a time. Until that back is comfortably on the mat again. We'll take a recovery breath here, and then we're going to set up and do 2 more bridge. So again, that neck is neutral, plus the ends of the big toe, your arms are just there for a little extra support. On that next inhale, we're going to lift those pelvic bones up towards the ceiling, over here. On that exhale, slowly lower down, one vertebra at a time. If that body is at 2 to 2 pace, we're just rolling it out. So last one, we've got the option to take a bind underneath the arms. I'm going to just stand up to demonstrate that. And once you come up, you can always bring your shoulder blades together, taking that bind underneath, maybe you can come out onto the balls of the feet. That's just an option. Or you can just take the regular bridge that we did for the other 2. So whenever you're ready, coming up on that inhale, maybe taking that bind underneath if that's comfortable. And then coming back onto those heels, if you took the bind, adjusting the shoulders out first, taking that inhale, and then on that exhale, slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. Once that back is on the floor, we're going to hug both knees into the chest, a little squeeze here. Finding our strap. If you have one, we're going to send those legs up to the ceiling. One final little movement here before we go into that body scan. So again, just taking those legs up to the ceiling. You can move that strap around the bottom of the feet, opening up through that chest, moving those shoulder blades out of the way. We're going to stay here for a few rounds of breath. Again, this is a great one to do at the end of the day, propping the feet up on a chair, on the bed, or on the wall. I don't do a shoulder stand or a headstand in this class, but getting the benefits of those legs elevated above the head and chest. And then we're going to remove that strap, letting that just fall off to the side, and pull those knees into the chest one more time, that little hug here. And then reaching up with those peace fingers, we're going to grab those big toes, the outer leg of the feet, the ankles, or the shin. We're going to come into happy baby. Another hip opener. So we want to bring those knees down towards the armpits. So one more chance to open up through that hip area. Again, one of those places where you can hold a lot of stress or tightness in the body. So you can stay here. You can even rock side to side if that feels good on that lower back. And then bringing those knees back together, we're going to hug them into the chest, taking one full inhale. Complete exhale. From here, we're going to send that left foot down to the left corner of the mat, that right foot down to the right corner of the mat, those arms coming off to the side, palms facing up, getting ready for that final body scan. So I'm going to have you stay on the mat. I'm going to stand up to cue the rest of this. So as you're on the mat, we're going to start with the ankles, especially since we did a chair, seated chair twist. So just giving those ankles a little rotation in one direction and the other. And then from here, we're going to flex those feet back towards the chest. So that nice stretch in the bottom of the foot. And then flexing those toes towards your top of your mat. So picturing that nice stretch and that release on the top of the foot. And then we're going to let those feet fall off to the corners of the mat. From here, we're going to work our way up that right leg, engaging that right glute, just lifting off for a moment. And then releasing. Same thing, we'll move to that left side. Working our way up that left leg, engaging that left glute, lifting off just for a moment. And then releasing. So now picturing that lower half of the body, the legs, the feet, just finding that stillness to make any final adjustments of those legs. Completely rest here. We're going to work our way to that right side. Wiggle the fingers in that right hand. We're going to take that wrist, just turning it a few times, one direction and the other. And then picking that right arm up off the floor, holding it for a moment, and then allowing it to float back down. That right arm, completely heavy. Finding that place where it can just be completely still. We'll work our way across the chest, coming down to the fingers and that left hand, wiggling those fingers, rotating that wrist one direction and the other. We'll pick that left arm up for a moment, and then allow it to float back down to the floor. That chest is open, the shoulders are down and away from the ears. We're going to work our way up to that jaw, taking that big ah here. One more time, big ah. Releasing that jaw area. We're going to seal those lips off again, letting all the muscles in the face soften. If you have an eye pillow at home and you'd like to place it across the eyes, you can do that now. Any tension or tightness you're still feeling in the forehead, between the eyebrows, just picturing that rolling off to the sides of the face, down onto your mat, off away from the body. For the next few moments, just tune back into your own breath. Just pausing here. A little opportunity to rejuvenate before you head out for the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Maybe you're not here just to pause and relax. And we'll slowly bring that movement back into the body. So wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, maybe taking that palm and just touching those fingertips, noticing that movement sensation coming back into the body. And then from here, I'm going to take a nice big inhale, still on the back, reaching up those arms overhead. On that exhale, letting all that breath out through the mouth. Two more just like that. Nice big inhale, stretching out. Exhale, releasing. Last one, that nice inhale, stretching that body out, starting that day over. And then exhale, letting all that breath out through the mouth. Letting go anything you don't want to take into your afternoon, just letting all that go. We're going to roll on to that right or left side just for a moment, pausing here, tuning into how that body feels now. And then we'll push off with that top arm, coming up into our seated posture where we'll finish up with 3 rounds of breath. So taking your time to get back into that seated posture, coming up on the sit bones, the sitting bones, off that tailbone. And find that navel again, pulling up through the crown of the head, roll the shoulders down and away from the ears, all that space for you today. That chin tucks back into that chest, those hands can come down onto the knees, eyes open or closed, 3 rounds of breath here at your own pace. And after that third round of breath, bring those hands into that chest, into that heart center, thanking yourself for taking this little bit of time out during your day, doing something just for you and your body. So glad that you were here with us today. So again, check the schedule for the week. There's a lot of opportunities, classes are being added. Making sure that we do something each day just to find a little peace, a little harmony. If it just means taking an hour out for yourself during this crazy time, especially and making it a habit. So thank you for being here with us. I'll be teaching stress relief yoga again on Saturday at 9. Again, lots of opportunities here at the Health Class. So please check the schedule and have a great week. Thank you for being here.